and they're looking for some expertise on how do I break this down? Where do I start? What do I prioritize?
Right.
And how do you help people break those things down?
Right. So that you've said it exactly right. You have to be able to have a plan, right? It's like, to create an analogy, if you got in a boat and started to sail across the ocean, you need to have a course that you're going to, and a compass to keep you on that course to get to where it is you want to go. And not to stretch the analogy too far, but if you get a storm comes along and blows you off course, you're okay because you still have your map and you still have your compass and you can get back onto course and get back and you can end up where you are.
On that inside track. Yes,
that's right. Without that, you're just going to end up bouncing around without a plan. And, in business, that means running around, putting out fires and kind of letting the business happen to you rather than you having control over what the business is about. So every business is different. So what a coach brings, so there's several things that a coach will bring to a corporation. One of the first things is systems and processes. So this is what you're alluding to. Most young entrepreneurs don't have a clue what kinds of systems and processes are necessary in order to have a healthy, functioning business. It's the framework it's the foundation upon which you build the business. And quite often, they don't know, or they don't have them, or they think they're too expensive, and it ends up hurting them in the long run. So the systems and processes that are necessary are going to vary depending on the business, and so we spend our first little while with a new customer. It's all about finding out what the goals are. What is it that this person wants to do? Where do you want to be with your life and with your business? And then we work together to work backwards from that future state and be able to set a plan that is appropriate for that business, for that person, and the goals that they want to reach. So systems and processes. And the second thing that a business coach brings is accountability.
Yeah.
So that's basically, say, Jack, here's what you said you were going to do last time we met. How are you doing on that? Mm-hmm. Have you moved those markers forward?
Yeah.
You said you were going to do this, 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 and this. How's it going? And so it's kind of holding your feet to the fire a little bit, in a good way.
Yeah, very important.
Think about it. If you wanted to learn a musical instrument, you could teach yourself. Many people, if you've got raw talent, you could teach yourself, and you could become a fairly proficient musician, right? But if you really wanted to excel, you'd hire a teacher, a music teacher, who's learned a thing or two about the right way to play that instrument and learned a thing or two about music theory so that you can become that much better, that much faster as a musician, okay? If you're an elite athlete or you want to be an elite athlete, you might hire a coach for exactly the same reasons.
Of course.
Right? So why not, as a business person, hire a coach who knows a thing or two, who's been there, done that, and can help you perhaps avoid going down the blind alleys that you would naturally end up going down if you were just trying to teach yourself how to do it. So, and there's all kinds of other things. You reduce stress, because you can,
you don't feel alone.
Well, that's the other thing is when you are running your own business, you're at the top of the pyramid. Who are you going to complain to?
Yeah.
Right? You can't complain to your employees because they don't care.
Yeah.
You can't go home and complain to your spouse because that's just going to put stress on your relationship. So that's part of what a coach is there for, is to listen to your problems and to give you a sounding board so you can vocalize the issues that you're having. Sometimes that's all we do is just listen. Right? We don't always have to solve every problem because quite often the entrepreneur will arrive at their own answers, right?
Yeah.
Their own conclusions.